Ronald was not the kind of man who takes his children trick or treating or enjoys sitting with neighbors on Halloween night and have dinner together and tell each other stories. But that night he was very eager to celebrate the Halloween. That night was the Halloween of 1974.
دیدم صنمی سرفدی رو جمالی
Durood, Namaste, Salam Alaikum. Welcome to this episode of our channel. Before everything, please subscribe to our channel and follow us and join our journey. On the night of 31st October 1974, Ronald Clark O'Brien accompanied his neighbor Brett with his two children, Elizabeth 5 years old and Timothy 8. And they all, 6 of them, went out to do trick-or-treating. It was drizzling a little bit, so the fathers told the children that they are going to just visit few houses, and it was a little bit late as well. So when they were passing the houses and trick and treating, which is basically you go to a door of a house and you say trick or treat, and usually they open the door and bring some candies for the children out. And when a house is dark, it has two meanings: either there is nobody inside, or their candy has finished and they don't want to disappoint the children. So they passed the house like that. Although the house was dark, the children wanted to ring the bell because they were very worried that they were going to have much less candy because they had less time and their fathers had told them only 2 or 3 streets. So they rang the bell, but nobody came to the door. So the children felt impatient and ran to the next door. But Ronald stood back and said, "I will catch up to you." When he caught up to them, he had 5 Pixy Stix with him, full size, 21 inches. So Pixy Stix is a stick, basically a straw filled with sour sugar, which it's basically sugar, like you're eating pure sugar, which is very exciting for children. Especially going to more wealthy neighborhoods was very exciting for the children, because it meant that you are getting the full size candies, like not those small Snickers, the full size Snickers, not those half size Pixy Stix, big Pixy Stix. So Ronald gave his own children each 1 Pixy Stix, and on the way back home, because the rain was getting heavier, they actually very early after he got the Pixy Stix, they returned to go back home, and on the way back home he recognized one 10 years old boy from his church, what they say, core group, huh?
Yeah, church group, yeah.
So he was the deacon on the church, and he would sing choir with the
Choir, you mean?
choir, huh?
Ah, yes.
So I have
The
no
choir
idea.
group.
Yeah, so he was the deacon, and he recognized one 10 years old from the choir, and he gave him also the last Pixy Stix, and they went home. They went home, and obviously children were like, "Papa, just 1 piece of candy, let us have." And they were excited, and Timothy had his cute cowboy costume on. So Ronald, being a good dad, told them that they can have each 1 piece of candy. They can choose only 1 piece of candy, and after that they have to go to sleep. Elizabeth chose something else, which was her favorite, but Timothy chose the Pixy Stix.
How many kids were there again? Sorry, the total number of kids?
Total number of kids in the O'Brien house or on the street or where?
The O'Brien house.
2. He had 2. Timothy 8, Elizabeth 5.
Okay.
So Elizabeth took something else, I think something like marshmallow or something, which she liked much more. But Timothy chose the Pixy Stix. which later Danine, their mother, said that Timothy also initially didn't want a Pixy Stick, but O'Brien told him, come on, I know this is your favorite, why don't you have this one? So they opened the Pixy Stick and Timothy tried to. So the straw, when you do this, it empties the whole sugar into your mouth. I have no idea why when we were kids we would like something like this, but we would.
Sugar.
Yeah, sour sugar especially.
Yeah.
Like. So he tried to do that and the sugar was not coming. So O'Brien helped him. Sometimes happen when it's humidity, the sugar on the top gets a little bit hard. So he helped him and they loosened the candy. And Timothy started, like the first 2 inch went in his mouth and he made a very disgusted face and said, Papa, it's very bitter. So O'Brien gave him some Kool-Aid, sugar, and told him, drink this, it will be okay. The minute Timothy drank the Kool-Aid, he ran inside the bathroom and he started vomiting left and right in a very scary way. And O'Brien went inside the bathroom helping him, and after some time Timothy stopped even vomiting and he was turning blue, and O'Brien was trying to give him first aids and Deneen called 911. So there was a very old folklore in the area. They were living in Deer, Houston, Texas. And O'Brien was an optician in one optical center in Houston, Texas. So in the area they were living in general in Texas and Pasadena, there were old folklore that there is a madman who poisons candies of the Halloween because he hates children and he hates the joy of Halloween. Something like a Grinch, but never it has happened. So the first paramedic helps reached and they looked at Timothy. It was obvious the child is dead, but anyway they tried to revive him. They tried, went all the full extent, but Timothy actually was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital. After Timothy died, police started searching for the reason, and the first thing, actually the prosecutor was on duty that night. The main prosecutor of the city was on duty that night. So they gave him a call, and one of his first questions was that what the mouth of the child smells like. And they smelled the mouth and they told him that it smells like bitter almond. And the prosecutor said he has been poisoned by cyanide.
By cyanide?
Cyanide, potassium cyanide, yes.
Right.
So obviously it became such a big horror. It was a small township, maybe 700-800 people were living there, but obviously at least more than 200 children, and God knows how many are out there. And okay, Timothy only have had the Pixy Stix, so the Pixy Stix are laced, so we have to find all the Pixy Stix. So they gave out a notice and asked every parents to fully check all the candies their children have collected. And
but this is all happening the same night, the Halloween night?
Yeah, the Halloween night, because if they would act...
Oh, so basically the cops had to send like an SOS to all over saying...
Yeah, but thankfully it was a small town.
Right.
It was like if they wouldn't do that, easily like in the next 10 minutes another child could die. It's cyanide. Right. Cyanide doesn't take long time.
Correct.
So they had to give out a notice and tell all the parents, check each and every candy your children have collected and see if they have been tampered with. Because when they checked Elizabeth's Pixy Stick, they realized that the seal of the Pixy Stick has been opened and then it has been again resealed with a stapler. So they said that, but some parents got so scared that anyway they took all of the candies away and threw it out. And they took out the other 2 Pixy Stix from Brent's children, the neighbor, which went with them. But they were very, very worried about the 5th Pixy Stick, because Ronald would remember that the child is from Bikuar, but he didn't remember the name of the child. So when the notice went out, the mother and father of the child got so scared, because they went through his candies and they saw that the Pixy Stick is not there. So, like in a panic mood, they run upstairs. They go to the child's bedroom and they see, thankfully, he is holding his Pixy Stick and has gone to sleep, because struggling to try to open it. So thank God the child was okay. So
that kid basically probably
also
had the same
chose that, yeah.
chose the Pixy Stick, and it was not opening how the father did it for him, and that's why he probably went to sleep.
The father opened and gave him, but the top of it was like a stock. Okay, do you know?
Right.
Like sometimes when it gets a little bit humidity goes inside,
Like how
the sugar gets
sugar or
stuck
salt
with it.
gets lumpy.
Yeah, so it was like that. So he started doing this, like how you loosen up something.
Right.
So that is what the father helped with, and he opened the Pixy Stick. This little boy had tried to open it himself, and he was unsuccessful. So the 5th Pixy Sticks also were recovered, and all of them went to the lab. After the results came back, it showed that in each Pixy Stick are enough cyanide to kill 3 to 4 people.
In each stick?
Adult, yes. And in Timothy's was enough to kill 2 people, adult.
Wow.
So obviously it was not a joking matter. It was a capital murder plus 4 attempted murder, and the person who had got the Pixy Stix from that home was O'Brien, so he had to help the police to find who is this sick person who giving out such pricey candy laced with cyanide to kill random children. O'Brien at the beginning said, I don't remember the house. And he stuck to that for some time, till the prosecutor told him that if you keep telling me you don't remember the house, though the fact that you guys have only gone to 2-3 streets that night, it might make me feel like you are the one who has done it. And suddenly O'Brien remembered which was the house. So they went to the house which was dark that night, and O'Brien said that that house, after we rang the bell, the children ran, and I stood a little bit longer, and somebody opened the door. A man with a very hairy hand handed 5 full-size Pixy Stix to me and closed the door. They checked the house. The house belonged to a guy named Mulay, and Mulay was an air traffic controller. So they went to his job and they arrested him in front of all of his co-workers. To later find out that the dude has been at work that night till 11 o'clock. And at the home was his daughter and wife, which went to bed at 9:30 because they didn't have any more candy, and that's why the house was dark. And obviously O'Brien never said that I saw a woman's hand, so it was even out of question.
Right.
When that happened, then all the eyes came under Mr. O'Brien. And let's talk about Ronald's beautiful life. Ronald was 30 years old. In the past 10 years, he had changed 21 jobs. He had a very hard time keeping jobs. And he, right now, in his current job, he was accused of theft. Then they dug a little bit, not even a lot, they dug a little bit downer, and they realized that Mr. O'Brien is in debt of $100,000. In 2024, I don't know the last time which it has been converted, it's around $640,000.
Yeah.
The dude was in debt.
Could be more than that. Could be probably nearly $1 million actually, if you think about
No,
it.
exactly. It has been calculated at
Based on inflation,
so
yeah.
on 2024, like last year.
Right.
I don't know what this year. Over this 1 year, it might have like 50,000 might have gone on top of it. I don't know.
Right.
But he was basically $100,000 in debt, and then they dug a little bit deeper that his car was about to be repossessed and the house also was foreclosed. And they realized that in January of 1994, so the beginning of the year that Timothy died on the Halloween, he has taken out on each $10,000. And then around 1-2 months before Timothy's death, although the agency advised him to not to, because they usually say don't get such high price life insurance on children. They are children. The risk of losing them is very
Absolutely.
low. He anyway took another 20,000 on each child. So the total came to 30,000 on each child, and maybe 2 or 3 weeks before Halloween, he takes another 20,000 on each child again. So it comes up to $100,000.
Right.
And this was the minute that O'Brien was arrested. And Deneen, after him getting arrested, Deneen filed for divorce, and she said that Timothy didn't want to take candy and he pushed it in his hand, and I'm happy that he didn't push it in Elizabeth's hand as well. And Elizabeth stayed stubborn. When O'Brien was arrested, he maintained his innocence, but in the court, there were three or four very damning evidence. First of all, O'Brien was attending the community college for chemistry, so he can get more useful in that optical center which he was working. And the dude is so brilliant. Imagine, he had asked his professor of chemistry that is cyanide is a better poison to kill somebody, or is there a better poison? I really cannot believe killers who do this stuff. First he asks this, and then secondly he asks how much is needed to kill a person.
Right.
Which the professor understands that he got very weirded out by him. And then a chemical shop man comes forward and he says that he remembers somebody close to the Halloween time coming to his store and asking for cyanide, but since the least amount of buying cyanide was 5 pounds, which is too much, like it's a
lot, right?
It's a lot, and the dude left. But he said, I cannot remember his face, but I remember that he was wearing something blue, like a blue gown, which doctors and obviously optimists were, and O'Brien was an optimist. And another thing, his brother-in-law and his sister-in-law said that in the ceremony of Timothy, he has been telling them what all he wants to buy with Timothy's insurance money, like death insurance money. And he had called the insurance company next morning, like Timothy died tonight, next morning he has got to claim the money.
So how long was it since the time of his the child's death until he was arrested.
He was arrested in January 1975, like 2 months.
Oh, over a period of 2 months. Okay, so there was a long interrogation.
Yep.
Correct.
Like
The insurance company
never
told them
insurance
that.
companies give easy, like
Right.
if it's a homicide or it's a suspected like exit or this kind of a stuff, they also
Do their background checks and everything.
do their checks themselves, and they also have their own investigators also.
Correct.
So he didn't collect anything, but these are the things that were said. It took the jury 46 minutes to convict him of capital murder of his own son.
46 minutes?
Because it was obvious.
No, but for 46 minutes?
Yeah. It's one of the fastest jury decision. And it took them 71 minutes to convict him to death by the electric chair.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So O'Brien got he was sent to jail and he was waiting for his death sentence, and his lawyer kept appealing, and because of those appeals his death date would keep postpone. Middle of this postponing thing happening, the Supreme Court of Texas decided that electric chair is too cruel, and they decided that they are going to do lethal injections from then on. So O'Brien.
Oh, so this is a generalized, not for his case in particular, you mean that was going on in
while they
way.
were keep appealing and postponing his death date. On the side, also Supreme Court decided that actually electric chair is
too
very cruel. Yeah,
a cruel way of doing it.
so they decided that they are going to go to lethal injection. First date that they decided to do the death penalty, do the procedure, it was August 1980, but it was pushed till 1984 by lethal injection. He had no friends in the prison, as many of you might know, and for the ones who doesn't know, in prison, the people who have committed a crime against a child, especially if it's SA or if it's worse than that murder. No, I cannot say which one is worse. But whichever or both, they are at the bottom of the hierarchy. Everybody hates them and they just want them to suffer. Even prisoners would tell, sign petitions so they can keep him longer in the prison and basically give him a hard time more for killing his own son. Anyway, in 1994, 1984, his day finally came. I don't know why I'm interested in the last meal people choose.
The last meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share it with you. He asked for a T-bone steak, medium to well done, French fries with ketchup, whole kernel corn, sweet peas, lettuce and tomato salad with egg and French dressing, iced tea, sweetener, saltines, Boston cream pie, and rolls. I don't know how much he ate.
He asked for this entire menu.
The entire menu.
Like a buffet, basically.
Yeah, he asked for this. And I find his last words very, very irritating. And but I'm going to say it. So on March 31st, 1984, shortly after midnight was the time of time that they had choose for his execution. His last words were he actually gave a full preach. What is about to transpire in a few moments is wrong. However, we as human beings do make mistakes and errors. This execution is one of those wrongs, yet doesn't mean our whole system of justice is wrong. Therefore, I would forgive all who have taken part in any way in my death. Also, to anyone I have offended in any way during my 39 years, I pray and ask your forgiveness, just as I forgive anyone who offended me in any way. And I pray and ask God's forgiveness for all of us, respectively, as human beings. To my loved ones, I extend my undying love. To those close to me, know in your hearts I love you, one and all. God bless you all, and may God's best blessings be always yours. Ronald C. O'Brien. P.S. During my time here, I have been treated well by all TDC personnel. He had nobody. I don't know who he said these things, because Deneen divorced him and his own family refused to meet him. Like, he was friendless, he had nobody. And he was executed by lethal injection, as I said, on March 31st, 1984. And in front of the prison which he was getting his sentence in, there were two group of protesters, one anti-execution people and one people who were very much pro him, like getting the injection. And when the news came out, one guy like threw lots of candies in the air and said treat or trick. So Ronald O'Brien was named the man who killed Halloween. After that, all the homemade candies would be thrown out. Any candy who looked is not fully sealed was thrown out. And some people even didn't let their children go trick or treating for maybe 3, 4, 5 till he was dead. So that's why he's called the Candy Man, and the man who killed Halloween, and the Pixy Stix killer. I said this story because Halloween is on the way, and I'm planning on, say, 3, 4 of the most horror true crime stories I've heard and share it with you guys. So how do you feel about the Candyman, and what do you think about it?
First of all, gruesome is an understatement for a father killing their child.
Like that.
Like that. On an occasion that the whole of America looks forward to, which is Halloween, is like
Most
probably
joyful.
After Christmas, probably Halloween is the most joyful and fun thing for a child.
Yeah, exactly.
And to do that to your own child for money is
to
beyond
cover,
my imagination.
And to cover your tracks, you are willing to kill 3 other children.
Exactly. While you were narrating everything, I was just thinking that this guy was actually set out to kill. Technically, he would be a serial killer overnight, because he was looking at...
It would be a massacre.
A massacre, yeah. And what about that poor little girl? What happened to her? The daughter?
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So after Deneen got divorced, she remarried, and her husband adopted Elizabeth, and apparently he loved her dearly, like his own.
So again, like you told me, how old was she when this happened?
5, thankfully, not very.
So again, you would be of the opinion that she probably doesn't remember it?
And the thing is, I don't think she can not remember it.
Exactly, that's in all these gruesome stories that you tell me, that's what I think about the most, is how scarred that child is for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, but you know, the difference between Savine, which was in Somalia and Shah Rukh's stories,
Right.
and Elizabeth, is that in Iran, the government and media and politicians, they
Suppress.
sweep it
Yes,
under
yes,
the rug
yes.
themselves.
Yeah.
But in America, you cannot not see your mother's face on the day of like the court and here and
Yeah.
anyway you will know.
Yeah.
So they usually try to be honest with the
Yeah,
child
but
and
like
they will
exactly like you're saying, in the Western culture, something like that will continue to haunt you for the rest of your life.
there is no running away from it. Yeah, you can change your name and not tell, since you have been adopted by your stepfather, not tell other people that I am Elizabeth, daughter of Ronald O'Brien.
Right.
But you know deep down that I am Elizabeth, daughter of Ronald O'Brien.
Because it's, I mean, we watch so much television and stuff. We know how, I mean, we don't live there, so we don't know the reality. But, I'm thinking of small things like that poor child who went to school the following years. We've seen it happen, like how there are these bullies who will mock you and say, she probably got called the candy man. Is that what he was called? The Candyman killer. That's what he was called.
No, his name was Candyman. He had many names.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, she's probably, let's say, 5 years down the line, wherever she went, she probably was walking down the pathway of her school, going to class, and somebody is saying, oh, look, the Candyman's daughter is here. That's what I mean, that they get scarred. So he not only killed his own son, he probably ruined his daughter's life.
He ruined Benin's life also. She lost a child just because the dude couldn't. And when I first read that he has taken out combined $100,000.
Right.
First thing came to my mind was, oh, it's the exact amount he's in debt. The dude wanted to buy jet ski and stuff.
Right. Which is what you told me, that he was telling people, oh, what I'll do with the money and stuff.
He didn't even kill the child to cover those costs or like regain the home or keep his car from being repossessed. He wanted to buy new stuff.
Another question I had is, so you told me he finally landed up opening what is that thing called?
Pixy Stix.
The Pixy Stick. He opened it for the kid, and obviously the kid consumed it, realized that something was going wrong, and then he gave him Kool-Aid. Doesn't cyanide, because I have watched an Indian, I think we watched it together, right? The Cyanide Killer show that we watched on Netflix.
No, so different. You think you're thinking
frothing
about
of
the
the
one
mouth,
who they start foaming.
Yeah.
So that foaming that did happen to him. But see, like even if you watch Jolly Joseph, or we are going to talk about Jolly Joseph also, it takes around 20 minutes, which is very painful for the one who has consumed the cyanide.
Right.
They have the worst pain in their intestines and all, because the poison basically eats your body parts and goes down.
It's like, is it like a form of acid in any way? It's probably...
No, it's a type of potassium. It's a type of salt, not salt, cooking salt.
Right,
It's like
right. A chemical salt.
It's a kind of salt. I don't know if it's acidic or not, but it's very, very scary. It's one of the most scary things.
Truly sad.
And the dude doesn't have any guts. Doesn't have any brain, doesn't have any guts.
Horrible.
If you're still here, thank you very much for watching our episodes. Please join us and like, subscribe, and please engage. We don't have comments at all. If there is anything you like us to cover, please comment down below. And thank you for watching. Namaste.